Kasunod ng matagal ng haka-hakang may something, naispatan ng magkasama sa isang mall sa Makati, sina Catherine Bernardo at Lucena City Mayor Mark Alcala.
What's up at welcome sa Pocho Clock. Sa channel na ito, mahilig kong sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad at magbigay sa inyo na masabot kayang alternatibo. Dahil ako ay bilib na bilib sa kasipagan ni Lucena City Mayor Mark Alcala, hindi nagbabakasyon, hindi naglalakwatsa, hindi trapo. Minabuti ko na sa video nito, sumuri ng 5 sa relo na kanyang isinusuot na panigurado ay kanyang pinaghirapan. Bago po tayo magsimula, dalawang bagay po muna. Yung isang bagay po ay patungkol sa pang-5 relo na titingnan natin sa video na ito. Isa po yung recycled clip from a previously released video dito sa Pocho Clock. Kaya maaaring hindi na super up-to-date yung information yan. Bantayan nyo na lang po. At yung pangalawang bagay po ay patungkol sa isang shoutout. Shoutout po kay Sir Dominic na kanina lang ay nakasalubong ko sa isang mall. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito sa unang relo ni Mayor Mark, ang kailangan nating tingnan, yung hugis ng case niya na parang TV yung hugis. Tapos tingnan din natin yung dial nito na kulay itim. Tapos tingnan natin yung strap na parang rubber strap siya. And mahalagang tingnan natin dito na magkadikit yung case pati yung strap. And dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko din sa Patek Philippe Aquanaut 5167A. So ang Patek Philippe Aquanaut, madalas ko yung na-feature na relo ng mga celebrity, pati ng mga politician. At I think this is quite a prominent watch today. It's at the very top of the watch game alongside the likes of the Patek Philippe Nautilus, which also comes from the same brand. Pero ako lang, personally, between the Aquanaut and the Nautilus, I do prefer the styling of the Nautilus a lot more. What's funny to me about these two watches, kahit sports watches sila, they're not that sporty. So, bakit ko nasabi yun? When you say Aquanaut and Nautilus, you always associate it with something akin to water or something na magagamit sa tubig. But these watches are water resistant up to only 30 meters. Kaya Mayor Mark, sakaling bumaha, hindi mo to magagamit panglusong sa baha. So, ang relo na ito on the secondary market, I do see it sell for up to 4.8 million pesos. Doon ang po tayo sa alternative dahil may kamahalan ng relo ni Mayor Mark. Ang bibigay kong alternative ay ang Mido Multifort TV Big Date, which I frequently recommend as an alternative. Showing you here, I think malalaman nyo naman kung bakit ko to pinopropose as an alternative. There are some key differences here and there, but I think largely the style is quite similar when it comes to the case shape and when it comes to the strap. Actually, prefer ko yung strap ng Mido. And ako personally, overall, I do love the styling of the Multifort TV Big Date. Just a little bit more. It's got that unique date position at the 12 o'clock. Tas big date siya. And I think that's quite a desirable feature for myself. But for me, for both the Aquanaut and the Multifort TV Big Date, I do prefer them on their respective bracelets. So itong Mido Multifort TV Big Date, dito sa Pilipinas, it retails for 81,000 pesos at may kamahalan pa rin. But it's a fraction of the price or the maximum secondary market selling price of the Aquanaut. And with this watch, kung idol nyo si Mayor Mark, medyo may konting pera kayo to spend, I think the Mido Multifort TV Big Date is a great choice for you. Dito naman sa relo na ito ni Mr. Kulang sa Bakasyon Mark Alcala, ang kailangan nating tingnan ay yung case shape niya. Tapos tingnan din natin yung bezel na parang octagonal siya. The dial is quite dark, and if you look at the bottom half of the dial, there seems to be branding there. Tapos, tingnan naman natin kung paano kumakabit yung case ng relo sa bracelet ng relo. It seems to be this integrated bracelet style. Tapos pag tiningnan natin yung style naman ng bracelet with how the links are designed, it's quite unique as well. At dahil sa mga katangian natin, this is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin. So this watch is a bit smaller than your typical Royal Oak, which is normally at 41 millimeters. Other key differences include the placing of the Audemars Piguet branding, which sabi ko nga kanina dito, is at the bottom half of the dial. And there are only the hour and the minute hands, walang sweeping seconds hand sa relo na ito. But there are some trade-offs there. The watch, the case of it is just a bit smaller. Sabi ko kanina, it's smaller by 2 millimeters, and it's also thinner, kaya dun sa pangalan ay extra thin siya. And I love the history behind the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak itself. When it launched in the 1970s, it was sort of a signal for the Swiss watchmakers to go luxury instead of just going for the function of the watch, which is telling time. And so at that point, I think the approach of the Swiss was, let's not just make watches about telling time, let's make them luxury products. And for better or for worse, that signaled a huge change in the watchmaking industry. And that was actually one of the reasons why you still see some of those classical Swiss brands today. And there are actually a lot of them that were wiped out during that time. And thanks to the Royal Oak, we still have them in existence today. So ang relo nito on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 90,000 euros. In Philippine peso terms, yan ay nasa mga 6.5 million pesos, but you'd have to pay additional shipping, taxes, and duties para i-import yan dito sa Pilipinas. Para naman doon sa alternative, ang napili ko ay isang Casio Edifice. Ilalagay ko na lang yung reference niya sa screen dito. Tapos, kaya ako to napili as an alternative would be because of the integrated bracelet style, the octagonal bezel. There are also screws here on this watch, hindi nga lang mismo doon sa octagonal bezel. And the color of the dial, which is blue. In terms of the concessions, it's very important to note that the main concession would be the finishing of the watch. The Casio will be very rough around the edges, and the Royal Oak would be quite refined, especially when you have it in hand. And aside from that, visually, you look at the dials of these watches, the Casio is quite plain in comparison to the Grand Tapisserie dial on the Royal Oak. Aside from that, the movement in the Casio will be the quartz movement. And so you might be thinking, magkano kaya ang relo na ito? And it retails for 10,780 pesos sa website ng Casio Philippines. And I think this makes the watch, it's just good value for money, especially when you compare these two watches. Talaga bang ganun kalaki yung difference? Especially when you're a practical person who just looks at these as instruments that tell time. It will be difficult to justify that price difference. But for a lot of wristwatch enthusiasts, a lot of collectors, that finishing na nabanggit ko kanina, that movement, that difference, it means the world to them. So a lot of them, of course, are willing to shell out this amount of money, 6.5 million pesos para sa isang relo. And I think that's something we have to respect. That's just how the luxury industry in general operates. Not just watches, but in bags as well, in fashion in general terms. But if you're just looking to emulate this look, idol nyo, for example, to si kulang sa bakasyon, Mayor Mark Alcala, I think magandang choice na ang Edifice na ito. Dito naman sa relo na ito ni Mayor Mark Alcala, ang kailangan nating tingnan, yung kulay nung case na parang rose gold yan. Again, when it comes to the case, important to note that there are pushers on the side. Tapos punta tayo dun sa dial saglit. It seems to have a dark dial with a seemingly complicated display. There might be 3 sub-dials there. And let's look at the black strap finally and the pattern of the watch. At sa mga katangian yan, tingin ko this is a Breitling Chronomat B0142. Mahaba-haba yung reference number nito. Ilalagay ko na lang dito para sa inyo. So, what's important to note about this watch is that from a distance, magiging or mapagkakamalan nyo siyang Rolex Daytona, but there are some key differences here. Yung nagbigay sa akin ng clue kung bakit tingin ko Breitling Chronomat ito at hindi isang Daytona is the strap pattern. So when you look at the Daytona, it's quite noticeable that there's the end link there and it connects to the rubber or oyster flex strap. And the pattern is continuous. Dito parang may konting difference. And so that makes it look like the strap has a bar that's separate from the watch case altogether. It doesn't have an integrated look. So ang Breitling is a brand that I have featured before, but very very infrequently. I think the only other time was with Sir Ben Tulfo, and this I thought that he was wearing a similar watch as to what I think Mayor Mark is wearing in this photo. Ngayon, ang Breitling is a brand that is known for its associations with sports personalities, as I mentioned in that video, and with the Chronomat B0142. There are actually a lot of collaborations with NFL teams. So this watch on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 17,900 euros. Yan ay nasa mga 1.3 million pesos sa currency natin, plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. Because I don't see this watch all that often dito sa Philippine secondary market. When it comes to the alternative, kung idol nyo si Mayor Mark, ang binibigay ko sa inyo ay ang Tissot T-Race chronograph. Kaya ko nire-recommend because of the chronograph functionality, the rose gold tone case, the rubber strap. Concessions-wise, ang kailangan yung tingnan dito yung size ng relo. It's quite daunting at 45 millimeters. Aside from that, the finishing of the watch will not be as refined as the Breitling, but it's not super different. I do think in hand, the Breitling does feel more luxurious, but at this price point, it wouldn't be that big of a difference. Unlike pag mga Patek Philippe yung tinitingnan nyo na comparison. So, aside from that, you look at this watch, it's finished in the rose gold tone, but it's not actually rose gold. It's PVD coated, if I'm not mistaken. Aside from that, this watch has a quartz movement inside of it. But look at the retail price of this watch, 41,200 pesos sa website ng Lucerne Lux, na isa sa mga authorized resellers ng Tissot dito sa Pilipinas. And with the heritage behind the Tissot, I think it's quite comparable. So kung trip nyo lang yung ganito klase na itsura, but you're aware of the size difference, the Tissot T-Race chronograph is a good alternative in general terms to any rose gold toned chronograph watch, the Daytona included. Sa relo naman na ito ni Mayor Mark, ang kailangan nating tingnan, yung strap nito. Tas it's quite important to note na malapit dun sa case, merong parang mapapansin ko yung color white na branding. Tapos tingnan din natin yung case ng relo. It seems to have a matte finish and it seems to have pushers on the side at kulay itim ito. At dahil sa mga katangin, I think this a swatch, Omega Swatch, the Moon Swatch Mission to the Moon Phase New Moon. This was one of the earliest variants of the Omega Swatch after it first released yung first wave ng planets sa solar system natin. And this watch is quite interesting because it introduced the moon phase complication to this line of watches, and it had a unique take on it kasi it featured Snoopy very much throughout the watch, and on the dial there are many hints of Snoopy, especially when the loom is activated on this watch. The Snoopy theme comes through, and it's very cute in that way. At the time of release of this watch, actually wala kayong makikita nito sa mga retailers ng Swatch kasi the resellers all picked them up. Kaya lang today maswerte tayo kasi it's widely in stock. So for example, just earlier sa mall, tinanong ko sa Swatch kung available ba ang relo na ito, and it's available. They're selling it for 20,250 pesos. So if you're in the market for this watch, my suggestion would be to check your nearest Swatch retailer first before going to the secondary market. Kasi pag tumingin lang kayo sa Facebook Marketplace, marami kayong makita ng mga relo na ito. And a lot of them are people who purchased this watch early on. They're selling it for an amount above retail para makarecover sila dun sa ipinila nila. So my suggestion would be to buy at retail, lalong-lalo na talamak ang mga fake sa relo na ito because it's so easy to replicate. So when it comes to the alternative, ang napili ko naman ay isang Casio standard chronograph. I'll just put the reference here para ma-check nyo siya. Ang relo na ito kaya ako napili because of the chronograph functionality, the overall black color. Concession-wise, visually, hindi black ang case ng relo na ito. It does have that black bezel. And again, visually, the orientation of the chronograph will be vertical rather than horizontal. Aside from that, I would say the Casio is actually better in terms of the materials and in terms of the finishing probably. The mission to the moon phase, new moon, when you have it in hand, it actually feels very plasticky because of the bioceramic material used across all of the Omega watches. But this watch, I think the Casio, it does have good value for money, especially with its SRP at 7,910 pesos. You're getting a good watch. Some would say it's a better watch, especially for purists. So if you're just in the market for a chronograph of this style, na medyo dark yung theme niya because of the black present throughout the watch, and you accept that it has a steel case, the Casio is a good choice for you. Ang kailangan po nating tingnan dito yung bracelet style niya na parang jubilee style, and then yung bezel niya na parang may ridges, and then the size na medyo malaki-laki, and finally the color of the dial, which could be black or gray, no? It's difficult to ascertain kasi yung lighting po nagbabago, no? Pero dahil po sa mga katangian na to, tingin ko this watch is a Rolex Datejust reference 126334. The one in 41 millimeters, basically, the bigger variant of the Datejust, no? Ngayon, in the past couple of years, nag-evolve na yung taste ni Mayor Mark pagdating sa mga relo. He started getting some nice pieces, no? Among them, a Panerai. And I think well-deserved. I think si Mayor Mark po, no? Isa po yan sa mga mayor sa Pilipinas na kahit kailan po, hindi po yan nagbabakasyon. Ang SRP po ng relo na ito is 638,000 pesos. Pero mahaba po ang pila sa Rolex, as I normally say in my videos, no? So, you will have to check the secondary market where pwede pong umabot ng 765,000 pesos, no, pagdating sa relo na ito. Ang napili kong alternative for the Datejust, no, in this specific instance would be the Erebus Ascent in 41 millimeters on a Jubilee style bracelet or on a J style bracelet, as it says on the Erebus website. Ang Erebus po, it's one of the brainchilds of a watch YouTuber, no, si Jody, sa channel na Just One More Watch. Isa po siya sa mga sinusubaybayan ko, no. Ang naging focus ko po sa pagpili ng relo na ito would be yung kulay ng dial. Dito po pinili ko yung black, and then yung stick markers niya. Bukod po dyan yung Jubilee style bracelet. But in terms of the concessions, syempre po, it will not be on the same level pagdating sa finishing, pati yung movement nito is not on the same league as the Rolex. But I think it achieves so much of the look of the Rolex, no. And there are some things here that I do personally like, no. Katulad ng quick adjust, yung quick release din sa bracelet. I think these are great characteristics of this watch that I think make it feel like a premium product, no. Ang SRP po ng relo na ito is 26,000 pesos. It's for pre-order, and then kung kailangan nyo pong dalhin yan dito sa Pilipinas, no, you would have to pay shipping, taxes, and duties. I think this watch po, no, has gotten a lot of acclaim from watch enthusiasts, especially being a watch na is quite on the affordable side of things. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng 5 sa relo na isinusot ni Lucena City Mayor Mark Alcala. At itong mga relo, kung tama aking guess kung ano sila, base sa kanilang mga katangian, kapag binili nyo po yan today, maaari kayong abutin ng humigit kumulang 13.5 million pesos. At napakalaking pera po niyan, pero I'm sure, sabi ko nga kanina, pinaghirapan naman yan ni Lucena City Mayor Mark Alcala. Ang collection ng relong ito, I think it's quite varied. That's why I'm a big fan of the collection. If there's one thing that I would add to this collection, it would probably be a watch with a GMT functionality. Lagi ko nga sinasabi dito, favorite functionality ko kaya yan. Kaya, Mayor Mark, kung gusto mong dagdagan yung collection mo, baka magandang i-consider yung Rolex GMT Master 2 reference 126710 BLRO. I think meron din si Catherine Bernardo niyan eh. Naisip ko lang bigla. At sa lahat po ng mga relo na tiningnan natin sa video na ito, ang pinaka-paborito ko dyan, yung Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin. I love the history behind the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. And with this version that's a bit smaller when it comes to the diameter, a bit thinner. I'm really a fan of this style of watch in this kind of size. I think 39 millimeters and 38 millimeters are probably perfect sizes for integrated bracelet sports watches. At doon naman po tayo sa alternatives. Ang pinaka-paborito ko naman dyan, lagi ko nga sinasabi, the Mido Multifort TV Big Date. I really love how close this looks to the Patek Philippe Aquanaut at a minuscule fraction of the price with some heritage behind it as well. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba pong inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo meron pang ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang video na ito, please hit the like button. At kung trip nyo yung ganitong klaseng content, watch reviews, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!